Hi, Ellie here. What we're going to do today is that I showed you about doing the value scale, and what I've done is did a grease painting of this tree that you see right here. I'm at a little distant from it because of the simple fact that human eye sees differently than the camera. So what I'm going to do is set it up so that you can actually see how using the lights and shadows will help you develop a painting, especially when you start doing a grease painting. So let me move this around here like so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can actually see what I'm working on. I'm going to try to get this so that I'm not blocking it too much. Let's see how that looks. It should be good. I'm going to start off by showing you how to mix. I'm going to put my paints on here. It's my palette. And what I'm going to do is put some Naples yellow out, because what I'm going to do is try to stay within this painting, because you can see where I put all the real darks, and that's where I want to keep it dark. And this was all done with grays, with all the different shades of gray, including a very and black. So we go from black to grays, and even in the sky we want to try to keep that there. And then my cadmium yellow. Actually, I want to use my chrome yellow for this because it makes such a beautiful shade of green. We're going to put out, this is ultramarine blue, the red shade. And Naples, my cerulean blue. And I'm going to just put out a little bit of what they call minium, which is a red lead out, because believe it or not, in the shadows there is a bit of red there. And then I'm going to put out my little bit of Cypress Umber Dark, which is a very nice dark brown. Almost looks black. Sometimes when you're doing what they call an umber breakdown, you do it with the umber, and it does the same thing. A little bit of the yellow ochre. I'm going to put that out. So I'm basically using a very basic palette of red, yellow, red, and blues. I'm not trying to overdo it. And then I'm going to put out some of my lead white over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since I have the palette set up, white, yellows, red, blues, and then my two earth colors of ochre and umber. I have them right here. And I'm going to mix the darkest colors first. I'm going to make a very dark green, and I can do that with the ultramarine blue and a touch of the chrome yellow. I will show that too. You see that? I'm trying to keep it as dark in the dark areas as I have it right there. So that's my dark, and there the tree is in front of me. So I can, and I'm going to put that over to the side. I'm going to add a little bit of more yellow to the dredges I have left over on the palette. clean my palette knife off so I don't pollute my yellow. And I'm going to make this a little lighter. So I'm recreating this dark and these lights here, that's here, so that I can keep this painting going the way I want it. And what happens is this is going to be more than in that mid-tone area. Yeah, right like there. See that? How close it is? And that's what you want to learn how to do, is even with color, when you start adding color, you want to try to make sure that you start moving it into these other areas. This was real dark, but if I come up here, you can see that it's now changing into a lighter value. See that? So there's that lighter value. The other. And the sky is the same way. And this back here, I'm going to make a little violet here going for me, because I want to push that back. Put a little warmth back in here, especially over here, the warmth. And violet, even though it's a cool, on the cool side, it's a little warmer than the blue. And that can also give me some different shades of green also that will be back there. So that's what I'm going to do, is add a little touch, make a green for that. That's what we want to do, is we want to push it back. And now I have two different types of green on my palette to make this background. And then of course I also want to do my sky. So here I mix a little bit of the cerulean blue and the ultramarine blue, so I can get a nice beautiful mid-tone blue. This is kind of also showing you can actually paint from your backyard, which is a kind of a nice thing to do, and neighbors then can know what you also love to do. So there I go, and there's my sky. I've got that in, and I'm now ready to start painting. And if you notice, I've got my palette set up so that I still have my work area, and that's the important part for me. I don't like a messy palette simply because I like to know what I'm doing. So I am going to start with the sky. And basically what this is doing is allowing me to But let me also leaf. I'm actually painting the clumps of leaves, and it's giving that look of leaves that I want in there. And then when I put the lighter on top of it, it just kind of really pops them out there the way I want them to pop out. See that? This kind of goes down and around in here. It's kind of a beautiful transition of, you know, goes up and down and around and like that. And I can create that nice transition there of leaves, and then just kind of let them kind of work back in there. This is when I can mix two greens together to kind of give you that going out to the side look here that they're doing. These trees like this. And you really do have to go back and forth between the background and the foreground so that you can get that vision of what you want the trees to do. Not all the leaves are real dark, and not all of them are real light. You know, sometimes you'll get a little one popping out there like that, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but you know, I'm putting it there, and I want to kind of do this set of leaves that are coming down like this. There the bright ones right there. But they also have a little bit of dark right in here, but not as dark as back in the shadows. But you see how the interplay of the warm green versus this cooler green in the front is working. And you let the interplay happen between the different shades of color that are going on. Okay, so this is what your practice is for this week. I sent a picture to you of this tree, you know, a photograph. You can use that, or find a tree in your yard, find something, a plant, and a bush even. There's some bushes around here that I'll be painting too. I'm going to show you that in a second here, because I'm going to continue working on this. It's going to take me at least another hour and a half to work on this small painting to get it to look the way I want it to look. I will post it online, so on the Facebook and on Instagram, so you can all see it.